Jimmy Connors reflects on the outstanding seasons of Jannik Sinner and Aryna Sabalenka, asserting that they've reached such an elite level in their games that their victories begin before they even step foot on the court. According to Connors, an aura now surrounds them, an intangible fear factor that leaves opponents mentally cornered. At the dawn of the year, the young Italian Sinner seized the tennis world's attention by not only becoming a Grand Slam champion at the Australian Open, but also becoming the first player to unseat Novak Djokovic at Melbourne Park since 2018. This feat alone would have turned heads, but what came next was even more stunning. In the final, Sinner fought back from 2 sets down to outlast Daniil Medvedev, cementing his resilience and sheer will. Sinner's meteoric ascent. Sinner's sensational rise didn't stop there. By June, the 23-year-old found himself atop the rankings as the world know. 1. A milestone reached only by those destined for greatness. Along the way, he added 5 more prestigious titles to his trophy case, including a second Grand Slam at the US Open. His dominance throughout the season is encapsulated by his extraordinary 55-5 win-loss record, a staggering testament to his relentless mastery of the court. Sabalenka's untamed spirit. On the other end of the court, Aryna Sabalenka's year has been no less dazzling. The Belarusian powerhouse successfully defended her Australian Open crown, not losing a single set throughout the tournament, her thunderous serves and ground strokes overwhelming her adversaries. And like Sinner, Sabalenka conquered Flushing Meadows, claiming her 3rd Grand Slam title. This triumph was an exclamation point on a remarkable year that saw her extend her winning streak to 12 matches, including a pivotal WTA 1000 victory in Cincinnati. The unyielding confidence. Jannik Sinner and Sabalenka now possess a rare essence that instills fear in their opponents, Connors explained during his podcast Advantage Connors. It means they're winning before a ball is even struck. Their confidence is ironclad. They'll battle for hours on end, and their opponents know it's not them that will falter. They've got to find a way to break through, because Sinner and Sabalenka won't beat themselves. To Connors, this relentless determination is what defines true greatness. The combination of skill, mental fortitude, and an almost mystical something extra that pushes these players beyond the threshold of ordinary champions into legends. Sabalenka's redemption arc. Sabalenka's journey to the top has been one of redemption and growth. Last year, she fell heartbreakingly short of major glory, coming up just shy in the US Open final against the rising star Coco Gauff. The defeat was a bitter pill to swallow, and Sabalenka shed tears on the court, devastated by the narrow miss. But from that heartache, she rebounded stronger, turning the despair of last season into fuel. In 2024, Sabalenka achieved what had eluded her before. For the first time in her career, she claimed 2 Grand Slam titles in a single calendar year. Her consistency on the biggest stages, particularly since 2023, is unmatched, with 4 major finals appearances under her belt. Connors believes this makes her more dependable in high-stakes matches than even Iga Swiatek, who has only contested 2 Slam finals in the same period. Sabalenka's resilience shines. Last year's loss to Gauff was a turning point for Sabalenka, Connors observed. She went into Australia determined to make things right, and she did, claiming another Australian Open title. She has a spark, a consistency now that outshines even Iga. And what makes her special is that, even when she doesn't win, she's lighthearted, funny, and doesn't take herself too seriously. She can laugh in the face of defeat, and that makes her even more dangerous. Djokovic's diminished year. While the tennis world buzzes about Sinner and Sabalenka's meteoric rise, it's impossible not to notice the stark contrast in Novak Djokovic's 2024 campaign. For the first time since 2017, the Serb concluded the season without a Grand Slam title. The blow came hardest at the US Open, where Djokovic was ousted in the 3rd round by the upstart Alexei Popyrin. Connors recognized the challenge Djokovic faced following his gold medal run at the Paris Olympics, but he believes the loss to Popyrin came, in part, because the young guns of tennis now see a vulnerability in the once-invincible champion. A crack in the armor. Switching from grass to clay, and then hard courts, all while carrying the pressure of Olympic gold, it's a lot for anyone, even Djokovic, Connors mused. These young players, though, they can smell weakness. When they sense that the aura of invincibility is fading, they pounce. That's what happened. Yet Connors warns that it would be foolish to count Djokovic out entirely. Despite the setback, the legend has the fortitude to rebound, and his return to dominance is likely just around the corner. The shifting tennis landscape. As we witness the passing of the torch in 2024, tennis is undergoing a metamorphosis. Sinner and Sabalenka have positioned themselves at the helm of this new era, their presence on the court casting long shadows over their competitors. Their games are infused with power, precision, and a mentality that leaves their rivals scrambling for solutions. The fear factor Connors speaks of is rare, and it's something that only a select few athletes can wield. It isn't just their ability to hit winners or defend the baseline that frightens their opponents. It's the knowledge that they won't give an inch, won't collapse under pressure, and will fight tooth and nail to the final point. As the new year approaches, the eyes of the tennis world will remain fixed on Sinner and Sabalenka, the dual faces of tennis future. While Djokovic, the longtime king, may still have something left in the tank, it's clear that a new regime is taking over, one built on iron wills and unmatched tenacity.